Welcome. Okay, so what I have here is y equals 9x squared minus 63x minus 162. And what I want to do is show you how to solve by applying the quadratic formula. All right, so the first thing we always want to do is make sure that this is set equal to 0 and it's in our standard form. Well, this is now going to be set equal to 0, and it is in standard form where we have ax squared plus bx plus c. Perfecto. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and solve this. And to go ahead and do that, I want to first label my a, b, and c. So in this case, a is going to be 9, b equals negative 63, and c equals a negative 162. Whoa, not 169, 162. So now to go ahead and label this and determine, what I'm going to need to do is determine the discriminant. That's going to help me identify what type of solutions I'm going to have by applying the quadratic formula. So I have b squared minus 4 times a times c. And this is really nice, important with the quadratic formula that allows us, when looking before we even graph or trying to understand the characteristic quadratic, we can just look at this discriminant and really help us understand what we're looking at or what we should be looking for. So what I have is negative 63 squared minus 4 times 9 times negative 162. Okay, so now what I got here is I'm going to take 63, or negative 63 squared, and that's going to be 3,969. Then I take negative 4 times 9 times negative 162. And then I have 13, so that becomes a positive 5,832. I could do it, but I don't want to make mistakes, and then have to go back and redo it. So I'll just add in my calculator. So I have 9,801. All right. So that's going to be the value of my discriminant. Now, what exactly does that mean? Well, since it's positive, we know that our solutions to the quadratic are going to be real. They're not going to be complex or imaginary. And we know that we're going to have two of them because we're going to have to take the square root of this number, and therefore that number has to be positive and or negative, or positive and negative, or positive or negative. So now what we're going to be looking at is, can we take the square root of this number? So I just say square root of second answer. And yes, this is actually the square root of 99, which is really cool, but we'll get into that in just a second. So now to find our remaining values is we're going to have x equals opposite of b plus or minus the square root b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2a. Okay. Now, so since we already found the value of discriminant, we did work. We're just not making stuff up to find the solutions. We actually did part of the work that we needed to for the quadratic formula. So now this next step is let's plug in the remaining values. So opposite of b, which would be a positive 63, plus or minus the square root of 9,801, all divided by 2 times 9. Okay. Now again, as I reminded you, we can take the square root of 9,801, which is 99. And that's important because now it's going to give us our two real solutions. So we'll have 63 plus or minus 99 divided by 18. So my two solutions, what I'm going to do to find my two solutions, I'm going to x equals 63 plus 99 divided by 18, and x equals 63 minus 99 divided by 18. So therefore, to find these two solutions, I'm just going to take my calculator, do 63 plus 99, and then divide that by 18, and I get x equals 9. Oh, so I guess I could have divided out of 9. That would have helped as well. But well. So then I'm also going to do 63 minus 99, and then divide that by 18, which is a negative 2. So therefore, my two solutions in this case, which are real, which I could determine since I had a real positive discriminant, are going to be x equals 9 and x equals negative 2. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is how you solve a quadratic using the quadratic formula. Thanks.